It's the sound annoying stream.
Yeah, my
This is not the
spooky
police.
voices.
Speakeasy.
Spoopy voices. Yeah. It is Monday Bonus Menagerie Season 3, Episode 2, which means it's Halloween
Delicious.
candy.
Cake.
And cupcake.
Speaking of cake, I got to set a cake on fire today.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell yeah.
It was great. I do it every Halloween. And Fish thought it's weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's a
actually,
cake.
I don't get it either.
Two broken, like, an
Why
egg.
Okay,
would you set
okay,
it on
okay,
fire
okay.
and not, like, eat it?
Hold on. No, it's not like on
There's
fire like
egg.
that. But hold on.
And
So,
fire.
my birthday comes
Sugar
in between... Shut up. My birthday comes between paydays. So we always kind of celebrated my birthday in October instead when we could actually afford it. And my grandmother knows that I don't like Halloween. Or not Halloween. I didn't like Christmas much. So she came up with this thing that we make a ghost cake. And it's a cake. It's just a white cake with white frosting in the shape of a ghost. And you use two eggshell halves. You put a sugar cube and some lemon extract in them. And you can set them on fire. And so it looks like it's a ghost with flaming blue eyeballs, which is really cool. And whenever we did that, a witch would come mysteriously in the night and leave me a present in the morning. So that was more cool to me than Halloween or than Christmas. So I do that every year, and I have since I was a kid. And when I got off work, my cousin's just like, "Hey, are you off work?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Come over here real quick." I'm like, "Okay." I show up. They made me a ghost cake. And so I brought it home and set it on fire with Fish. And he's just like, "What's the point of this?"
She comes in through the door with this cake. I'm like, "Where'd you get this?" And she's like, "Grandma, I'm gonna burn it." And we're like, "What?"
America, I can burn a cake.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Do you
Hi
guys
there.
have like weird Halloween fucking things?
Oh, my ears.
Hey, Ferg, you are alive. Do not say fuck or burger.
Fuck and burger.
Fuck burger? I said burger.
What? Well, deal with it.
Do y'all have any like weird traditions you do on Halloween?
No, because I'm Christian and we don't really care.
We're boring.
Okay, so
He
everyone
says,
needs to
as
start...
yesterday we drove past the church and there was like a, what was it?
What? Oh, the trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
Oh, yeah, every church does that now. So it's like, we didn't really do that when I was going to church.
Like,
A lot.
takes,
Goes door to door.
takes the
Practice.
point out of trick or treating.
Well, because people
We almost
are,
hit like 5 kids.
Yeah.
because it's people that they trust and they rather do that than going house to house because some people are crazy and put stuff in candy like razors and whatnot. Some
That being
people are
said,
just
that's
real
never
careful.
happened except one guy who did it, and he gave those candies to his 2 kids. So it's not like he handed out to random kids. Your parents just tell you this to lie to you so they can go through your candy and pick out their favorites.
Dude,
No, my parents
why'd
never
you write
did
the
that.
secret? I was gonna
I
do that
never-
when I had kids.
I never really went trick or treating when I was a kid,
Yeah.
so I was just
I
like,
did.
My parents just gave me a bag of candy, and I was like, sweet. That was it.
So you got to be fat with none of the walking? That sucks.
America.
Pretty much.
I'd rather walk from my fatness.
I went trick or
Then I,
treating
then,
in
I
my
have then I have an
pajamas.
excuse to eat. Get it.
Like your kid PJs.
No.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I had pajamas that had like skeletons on them and they glowed in the dark. So I wore them
Oh,
instead.
there you go then.
But they were like
Final.
my actual pajamas.
Yeah, no, they still. I mean, you can get like onesies that are like make you look like a bear or something. Like they have Care Bear onesies. I saw
By the way,
a store.
the Q sound on Mumble is on my laptop, and I forgot what that sounded like, and it's driving me mad. And it's so loud.
Right.
Oh. But
Sad day in the kingdom.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, 'cause we were
Trick-or-treating.
talking about costumes. What's the weirdest fucking weirdest or coolest costume you've ever done?
I was Cyclops from X-Men. And not the bullshit like Cyclops is who now. I mean the one from like the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I actually went unknowingly as Rob Zombie.
Eh? Unknowingly?
Yeah.
How?
I got into face paint. Fucking great.
Oh.
So you're kind of like a luchador?
No, not luchador, because I was just sparing
Oh.
it all over my face because I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, so that's how I accidentally went as Rob Zombie is one Halloween. Like one day
Accidentally went as Rob Zombie. Okay.
Well, I mean, I kind of accidentally went as Pennywise.
Uh,
I had no choice. My mom was dressing me up as a cute little clown with her like Raggedy Ann fucking wig and a clown costume that literally my mom when she was young, my aunt when she was young, and me all wore. This is like a family fucking clown costume. It's awful.
Well,
I was gonna be a clown. My dad put daggers on my eyeballs and fucked up my makeup a bit. He goes, go out into the living room and tell your mom they all float down here. My mom about kicked me across the fucking room.
That's funny.
My dad got
throwing
beat.
hands.
I was like 6. I didn't know. I thought I was being cool and cute for, mom and dad. No, mom about killed me.
These hands are rated E for everyone, bun.
you were in just use hands.
Jesus.
How does my mic sound, by the way? Because I'm using the
It sounds
headset. Okay,
It's
I'm using
alright.
my
Yeah, I can tell you. I
laptop.
can tell you're using something different than you usually do.
Okay.
Yeah, because you sound a little nasally.
You sound like
Well, it
you're
also
the Pringles
sounds
cup.
like
Oh my
a
God, he
smaller,
sounds like the
a
news
small
guy.
room.
Yeah.
The black news guy
Yeah.
here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He literally is like, today there was a tornado and it was like really scary. Like he sounds like that all
Today
the
was a
time.
tornado and it fucked shit up.
Yeah, pretty much. Rob, costume.
I've done a lot of costumes.
I know, but
I was
what's like
about
your
to
top
say.
favorite?
My favorite, because you were
Yeah.
asking like, what were you asking?
It was either the worst
weird-
one you've ever done,
worst one or the best one?
one you've ever done.
I don't really have a worst. I
Rob,
really
I've
don't
always
because I
had
always
lists.
like
Just the least good.
Yeah, it's like going, oh, this one's not as good as this one, but it's not bad.
Halloween, not Comic-Con.
I have not dressed up for Comic-Con.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
That doesn't
I know.
count.
Let's see. I think one year for Halloween, I wasn't part of the cast at all, but I went down to Rocky with my girlfriend at the time, and she was Catwoman and I was Prince.
Mm.
And that was quite a tight
I
little
hope
outfit.
to God you find a picture of this, because my mom's going to be like, I'm going to masturbate to a white boy.
Have I not shared that before?
No.
Oh, I'll find that.
Oh.
My mom's going to be fucking jerking off to you later.
Wow.
Ew.
'Cause
I don't know if he sounds honored or weirded out.
I would be both.
I don't know. I was just thinking, okay, well, I'll pull up the picture and I'll probably jack off to my ex-girlfriend, but
So you'll be jacking with my mom. That's
right.
Moving
Wait,
on. Whoa,
now, how you
that's
feeling?
costume.
How you feeling now?
Fun. Do you remember the weird situation when I first came and visited you and we were in the car with your mom?
What, she was talking about my dad's dick?
Yeah, and something happened where I came up in the conversation and I think you said something along the lines of, if you were a few years younger, you'd probably take his too. And she looked with this worried and very strange look in her eye, and I was just like, what the fuck just happened?
Because mom's a size queen and she likes black guys.
Yeah, that was a weird car conversation.
I think Thune either almost made a diamond or about shit himself.
A little bit of both.
He was like, he was
On
trying to
the
figure out how to
diamond.
open the door, but it's one of those child lock things that you can't open from the inside. Like, we're on campus, I could run. But yeah, Wolf, costume.
So a long time ago, I didn't really have any money for a costume. So I went over to my cousin's house and her dad painted my face like a pirate and he gave me one of his bandanas to wear. And of course, I had on this like pink jogging outfit, so I don't know what the fuck I was.
You're a
But
pink
I think
pirate?
I was No, I think I was like
She's a pussy
pirate that
pirate!
was trying to lose some weight or something. Like I had a jogging outfit on. It
Nope.
was and I had on like a fake beard. It was really
So,
weird.
wait, you
You were a
Pilates
It was
pussy
pirate?
depressing.
Pilates pirate.
Oh,
I like it, Pilates pirate.
butt pirate?
No, pussy pirate.
Okay, well,
There's
okay.
no pictures of this, so I can't show you guys.
Aw.
there's no
It's like, I can't
I feel
show
like
you.
she's
I don't
relieved
watch
that
it.
there's
Trying
no
to think
pictures.
of a name, but the only
I'm
thing
so-
that comes to mind is long jogging Samantha. Like that.
Long John Samantha.
Scarecrow? You gotta have some ratchet ass fucking costume ideas. Can't be as fucking ratchet as Dominique from earlier though. Holy shit.
What?
Trying to find news stories. I saw the picture of the most ratchet ass fucking woman I've ever seen, and of course her name was Dominique. Literally looked like, okay, her lips were ashy as fuck, but she still had black lipstick on. And her hair, it looked like a fucking blonde mohawk, but she had patches of bald spots on her head like someone ripped her weave off her head. It was so,
What?
like, even Scarecrow was like, whoa. She was not pretty.
This bitch ain't okay.
No. I can't remember what she did. She like, fuck. Oh, yeah. Some lady, okay, so she stole like clothes from a store the day before, went back to that store and she was asked to leave. So she threw a rock at the person who asked her to leave, her husband, and then punched the chick in the nose twice
Oh my.
and ran away.
Like, this
So-
was in the
Damn.
store.
Yeah.
So she just had a rock.
Yeah.
That.
Just carrying it
Ratchet.
around, just in case.
Fucking ghetto.
Okay.
Look, in the ghetto, you have to use anything as a weapon and be prepared, okay?
There's some
Be
ghetto ass stores. They've got
prepared.
rocks just sitting around inside the store.
That was the whole story, so I didn't think it was worthy of
Look,
like
You
podcast.
watch
but,
a woman
yeah.
shit in the middle of a freaking fast food place and throw it at the freaking worker.
Yeah, well, that sort of comes around with your, like, regardless, but a rock.
What did I just get back to?
I was talking about that ratchet ass bitch, Dominique.
Oh yeah.
He's just surprised that she had
And
a
no,
rock.
Fish just realized something. She went into that store with a rock to go throw at that chick's husband. Because there's no rock in the middle of the store.
Well, this is one of them shitty fucking
It's a
salt
security
lamps.
fucking pet rock. Service rock. But yeah, Scarecrow, what's your weird either coolest costume or worst costume?
I think I went first for that. And I
Oh,
said
did you?
Rob Zombie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Never mind. Fuck.
I'll go first to the next one. What you got?
Fish had a good idea though, if you guys are interested.
Oh, okay, I'll just say it quick. I did Alex from Clockwork Orange.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
that was a
remember
cute
you
picture.
saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend was actually gonna go as Alex,
Yeah.
but her costume she ordered got lost in the mail, and she was so bummed out she wasn't able to go.
Ain't no fucking costume. You just got a white
Just
shirt,
white clothes,
some white trousers. I mean, hell, when I did it, I
a
borrowed.
cane, and some fake lashes, or paint them on.
I think I used like half of a microphone stand as my cane, just that I unscrewed,
Yeah, that's
you know.
Freddie Mercury right there. Yeah.
And I
Well, she
borrowed.
ordered it because this is Sydney. You can't find anything decent around here.
Thrift store, white clothes.
Yeah, I borrowed my fucking girlfriend
Half
at
the
the
time,
time's
all these
dad's
clothes look like they were
underwear.
shoved up someone's ass.
What
Yeah.
shoved up
Oh,
your
there you
ass?
go.
Wait, you borrowed your girlfriend's dad's underwear?
Yeah, to put on
What?
over the trousers because they like have pants on the outside.
They have
don't
like, well, they have like a jock strap.
For
or
those that
something.
aren't English, he
Yeah.
means underwear
Yeah.
on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, it's like a jock
I
strap.
got
but
what he meant when he said that.
when you're like,
Well, for a second you said pants on the outside, and for the second, the American part of me, who's been married to a Brit for a good minute, just goes, "Well, yeah, the pants are supposed to be on the outside." So that was me actually translating to myself too. But what's sad is I'm finding that sometimes I'm having to translate to American because I forget. Because you live in
Yeah.
close quarters with a freaking Englishman. You speak English, man.
yeah,
You speak Englishman.
Yeah. So, that's the thing. But yeah, you gonna tell him about your idea?
one kept saying we should read a spooky story. We should read some creepypasta or something. That was just
Creepy pasta. I'm just picturing like haunted spaghetti.
pasta. I wouldn't fucking say it.
Ooh, meatballs of death.
It occurred to me that why don't we just make our own story? In the
But like a
sense-
sentence at a time.
Yeah, so we could start from
Oh,
everyone
sweet
looking at the
Jesus.
list. Start from Rob and work our way down, and we each say a sentence or two and just see where it ends up.
We told Scarecrow about this idea, and Scarecrow said that's a good idea. It's either going to be really scary or full of dicks. Either way, I think it's a good idea.
It will also be full of dicks.
By the end of the story, so Bun's the only one that's going to be full of a dick because she has the dick on hand. Me and Scarecrow
On a
can't reach
podcast.
that far to our assholes, and we would never do that because that's just weird.
Scarecrow could technically fill Wolf full of dick. Not that far.
But yeah, that's a whole different story. Anyway,
Well, there's that start of the story.
I like how both of them are very, very quiet.
Well, Wolf is either red with rage or embarrassment or both, and Scarecrow's just like,
don't
I'm
know
not
what
even
to
answering
say.
this. Scarecrow's just not even
I
answering
Hey,
just
at
don't
this.
least
know
we
what to
ship
say
you with a
anymore.
real person. It's better than Thune and a shark.
Sad time.
Candy
By
Graham.
the way, since it's
We
ruined,
still need to post that.
no,
I
still
didn't read
because
that
it's
shit for
ruined.
nothing.
We've had this fucking left shark costume for ages in the fucking extra bedroom, laying on the bed, just waiting for Thune to walk in. It's not in there anymore because Mom's actually going to use it for Halloween this year, delivering pizzas because we both work on Halloween. She's working Halloween night. She's going to be wearing the shark costume with her pizza uniform on top of it, and we're pinning the hat to the top of it so
Yes.
she can be land shark.
Yes.
And knock on people's door and be like,
She
land
needs
shark,
so
I mean
many
pizza gram.
Photos.
Do you
I need to see
know?
this so I can show my mom.
Please.
Do you know how pissed off I would have been?
Full-size
I
shark
would've-
just laying in the bed like, hey.
I would have set that thing on fire outside.
It was pretty funny, though. And it's been sitting there for a year, and I just gave up.
Oh, wow.
To be fair, my mom's the one that got it for you.
Of course.
She bought it. She's gonna use it.
So yeah, Rob,
may
you wanna
never
start
see
off the spooky story.
Are we doing this now?
It's weird because I was just looking up
Yes.
spooky stories, and I found an article of like the spookiest ghost stories in all 50 states. And I'm like, oh, that'd be fun too.
Well, you
But
could just read just our state. If you'd have to link it to it.
yeah,
So. Then maybe we'll do our own story. Depends on how long it takes.
I remember
Really?
4 of us should actually share a state.
uh,
By that I mean 2 and 2.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. You could pick your favorite then.
Well, if you get to pick, I'll stay with the high up. I'll take one for the team.
da-da.
But that also leaves Fish without a state.
There's that there.
Fish, pick a state. Wait,
Mentalfloss.com.
other than
Yeah, I was just like
Texas.
scrolling along. I'm like mental
Other
floss.
than Texas. Texas, that's the scary story.
Damn it.
Cause Texas.
Number 1 is Alabama.
Well,
My
these are pretty
sister
short, so that's
wasn't
fine.
one
Oh,
of
yeah.
my sister.
What about your sister?
Boo.
No, I said my sister
Ooh, I'm a
wasn't one of
ghost.
my
What if I'm gonna
sister
know
because
the
the number
story?
1 was Alabama.
Oh. I should probably.
Although I'm betting
look.
England has some scary fucking stories. They're old.
I mean, they got the what is the freaking what pusher pushing people? All
Bristol
like,
pusher.
Fucking, they got
What?
that.
What?
Remember
What?
Bristol pusher? He's
This
telling
is-
you.
Bristol has many little like canals and that, and there's a guy. They think it's a guy. He's been at large. We say for about 2 years now. Been
Wait.
pushing drunken
Pushing people into the canal.
into the canal, and a few of them have died.
Like Alex from A
Wait,
Clockwork Orange.
Wait.
Kinda,
Wait.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. It's been doing this for 2 years and he still can't catch
Because
his
he only
ass.
does it to drunk people. Fucking horrible. That's why they die. Because they're drunk.
I can't swim.
And yeah, they drown. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel horrible. For
I actually do know the
laughing,
story.
but it's-
Cool. Well, Rob, you go first.
Okay. So Oregon, I scrolled down. The Kuhn Cinema in Lebanon, Oregon is a relic of movie houses gone by, ornate and without the trappings of a generic multiplex. But preserving that kind of legacy isn't without some risk.
Why am I
Legend
not
has it.
surprised? It's about fucking movie theater.
I know, but some places still have like these old, movie theaters from like the beginning
No, we
of the
still have a
20th
silent
century.
film fucking theater, man.
Yeah,
They still
yeah,
do the
there-
piano and shit.
There's one at the beach that the cabaret performs at. Our Rocky Cast. They every Halloween they take a trip to Lincoln City at the beach, Oregon Beach, and there's this old cinema there that has it. They have the organ and everything.
Yeah, I'm really
play.
in the mood. I'm sorry.
But anyway, what did I say? Preserving that kind of legacy isn't without some risk. Legend has it that a theater goer once plummeted from a second-floor balcony to her death. Now her image can be allegedly seen flickering on the screen, shocking patrons into spilling their sodas.
It's just like the
That's-
fucking creepy naked people in the middle of movies from Fight Club.
So she fell from the balcony and now she haunts the theater. Like it was someone else's fault.
You did this to me!
You did this to me, theater?
So I think Fish is still picking one, or did you already pick one?
Do
right.
Oklahoma.
So, this is actually a true story, too. Decades ago, when the owner of what is now Skirvian Hilton Hotel in Oklahoma City discovered that he had impregnated a housekeeper, he responded by locking the maid up in one of the rooms. She was to stay there even after she had the baby. However, the despairing housekeeper had other plans and threw herself and the baby out of a window. Nowadays, her spirit tends to get a lot of press from terrorizing NBA player opponents of the Oklahoma City Thunder that typically stay at the century-old hotel. And athletes have reported hearing babies cry in their rooms and knocks on their doors. They've also seen drawers open, doors close without a reason, and the New York Knicks once blamed their loss on a restless night caused by the prank-playing spirit. She is an apparitional sixth man of sorts.
Wow.
Yep.
That's kind of creepy.
Hell no.
I did just like next door, like.
I want to do the haunted fucking tours of Oklahoma City so bad. There's creepy shit. You know, it'd be even scarier hearing a baby laugh and you don't have a baby.
Oh my god.
That'd be great. Now I want to get a tape recorder and just walk up and down the halls of that hotel, like playing a baby laugh.
You know how much I'd be out there? I'd be with my luggage and out there within the 5 minutes I heard you play it.
Scarecrow.
Ohio. Which one
I'm
are you
just
guys
realizing
do,
we're
Ohio?
covering all the O's pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like 3 of us live in O states. 4 of us. 5
I
of
know,
us.
but like
Given the
2 of
O
you
face
actually
for
live in
O
Ohio,
states.
so I mean.
All right, this one is from Ohio and is the darkest, most desolate stretch of the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad ran through Moonville, Ohio. According to local legend, an epidemic once spread through the tiny community, and trains were forbidden from stopping there. Running low on supplies, residents sent a volunteer with a lantern to flag down a cargo train on the edge of town. The idea was that the train's conductor would start to slow down after seeing the man outside town and come to stop by the time he cleared the passage. But the plan never had a chance to come to fruition. The volunteer was late getting to the tunnel, and the oncoming train struck and killed him before he could reach the other side. Today, the Moonville Tunnel is now one of the few remaining landmarks from the defunct mining town, and some visitors still claim to see a ghostly figure carrying a lantern in the darkness. Others are convinced that they've encountered one of the many other souls who are said to have lost their lives at the location.
Did anyone else think of the Hey Arnold episode with the ghost train?
I did.
Yes.
Sweet.
There was also a Rick and Morty with a ghost train.
Granny.
Ghost train conductor. I'm sorry.
All right, remember when Ghost Train tried to use a ghost train? That was hilarious.
All aboard!
Dude.
So, do I read Florida or Georgia? Because they're
Your
right
choice.
next to each
That's
other.
That's a good.
What if you don't read?
Okay.
We'll just make Wolf read.
I was gonna say Wolf needs to read one now.
Yeah, we'll
That's her
go
pick.
because my laptop is kind of shitty.
Okay. I'm reading Kentucky.
Really?
Scary shit goes down in Kentucky. Please say it has Elvis.
It's the haunted banjos.
Yep. That's right. That's what I was going for.
In 1891, just a year after thousands of spectators converged on Pikeville to see the last hanging in the trial of the Hatfields and the McCoys,
Oh
a
shit.
newlywed named Octavia Hatcher died. Octavia had fallen into a depression shortly after her only child had died in infancy, and then slipped into a fatal coma. Since it was a hot spring, her husband wasted no time in burying her, but soon doctors began to notice a strange, but not lethal, sleeping sickness spreading through the town. Panicked, her husband exhumed her casket and found its inner lining shredded with claw marks and his wife's face frozen in a mask of terror.
Oh shit.
Racked with guilt, he reburied Octavia and had a tall stone statue of her placed above her grave. Locals say that they can still hear Octavia crying, and that once a year, on the anniversary of her death, the statue rotates and turns its back on Pikeville.
Wow. The thought of being buried alive just freaks me the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah.
You find something here?
I know of, but it's a weird version. I'm just looking up old folklore.
The Case of the Haunted Teacup.
What do you want me to read for you, Finn?
I'm scrolling up. I found Florida, Georgia. I'm just trying to. Oh, come on.
It's a fancy hotel.
Now you see the Florida story.
Hmm?
No, don't go. I went too far. Okay.
Are you in a horror movie at the moment?
I'm just gonna read the Florida one. No.
What are you wearing?
If I was in a horror movie, my ass wouldn't be right here right now.
Fair enough.
My black ass would be gone, running.
You think I'd be here if I was in a horror movie? I'd have been left.
Oh, I'm gonna read Florida because Georgia's just about some lake where some freak accidents happen, and it doesn't seem too interesting.
I'm kind of surprised that was in Ohio, though.
Fair enough. The Don Cesar Hotel in St. Pete Beach, Florida.
How do you fuck up on hotel?
What?
How do you fuck up on the word hotel?
I said hotel.
The Don Caesar Hotel. Like, there was a weird pause. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, that was just a weird pause. Shush. Was built by Thomas Rowe and named for a character in the opera Maritana. Rowe had attended the opera during his time as a student in London, and he fell head over heels for its star, a Spanish aristocrat named
Too many Disney movies.
Lucinda. They regularly met at a fountain in the city and made plans to sail to America and be married. But Lucinda's parents didn't approve of their romance and took her back to Spain. He wrote her faithfully, but his letters were returned. But his letters were returned unopened. Only one letter of Lucinda's ever reached Rowe. Time is infinite, she wrote. I wait for you by our fountain to share our timeless love. Our destiny is time. According to legend, Lucinda died of a broken heart. Rowe, who said he would never love anyone else, would go on to build his hotel, and it was completed in 1928 and features an exact replica of the fountain where the lovebirds spent happier times. Rowe's ghost has been spotted on the beach on the hotel's 5th floor and in the lobby, and in the garden where he is sometimes seen holding the hand of a woman believed to be Lucinda.
No, it's like Romeo and Juliet, but meh.
They didn't
But with
kill
no
each other.
poison and just a broken heart.
Yeah,
So the childhood version of it.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, man.
Yeah, Georgia's was just about an army. When the Army Corps of Engineers flooded the foothills of North Georgia mountains to create Lake Lanier, I think that's how you say it, in the 1950s, 59 square miles of farmland, homes, and businesses disappeared beneath the water. In the process, the federal government relocated more than 250 families, along with 20 centimeters and all their corpses. Oh.
Holy shit! Illinois! There's this one that I actually experienced!
Oh, I'm almost done. A nasty streak of freak accidents and mysterious drowning deaths have convinced locals that the lake has been cursed ever since. Some people who have survived near drownings at the lake have reported feeling hands dragging them down beneath the surface. Well, not going to that lake.
I'll wait for Fish to read his.
I can't find the version that I kind of know. That is there's an old English folklore tale about like a demon dog. There's always a different description. It's generally a big black dog, like a wolf, that has fiery red eyes. And it always, well, it's been around, from what I know, the story of it has been around since like 10th century. Good, they show up everywhere. Apparently they go after like nasty people. For a time it was said unholy people. Apparently they're servants. They're servants, or they're like an extension of the devil, and they come to take your soul. They do eventually just don't die from the dog attack. The attack of the dog takes your soul, and then you die soon after.
So it's like the movie with Whoopi Goldberg.
Dogs. Sometimes
Ghost?
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's like the movie Whoopi Goldberg, Ghost, where the dude at the end he dies and it's slowly like the shadows come up and take his soul and he just starts freaking out.
You in
And-
danger, girl.
Yeah,
And
kind
if you
of.
haven't seen the movie by then and you're screaming spoilers, well, too fucking bad. It's the old
No,
movie.
it's
You
an
should
old
have seen
movie.
it by now.
That's an old movie.
Okay, so in
Yes.
Illinois,
There's
I'm
a
gonna read
D-
this.
there's a D&D monster made after it. Bargeist?
That sounds like
I think it's
Metro
Vargas.
2033.
Yeah.
They're
that's-
beasts.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, okay, I'll wait.
in the depths of the Great Depression, the O. Henry Ballroom southwest of Chicago drew young people hoping to dance away their troubles. One night, a teenage girl named Mary had a fight with her boyfriend at the dance and decided to walk home along Archer Avenue. She was killed by a hit-and-run driver and buried near the Resurrection Cemetery. Since then, residents have described seeing a girl in a white party dress hitchhiking along the avenue. The cab driver even picked her up. She asked to be taken to the cemetery, but by the time he arrived at the gates, Resurrection Mary had vanished. So, my dad and uncle and grandpa took me and my brother to go see this cemetery. The weirdest thing is, there's a fog in the cemetery, like, all the time, and it never goes past the gates. Like, it's hanging out in these fucking iron gates. And there was a guy who hung himself on, like, 2 feet of rope in the fucking trees. That place was the creepiest fucking place I've ever been. My dad scared the ever-loving shit out of me in that fucking cemetery, and a lot of them, it looks fucked. But yeah, that's a creepy fucking place.
No thanks.
Let's try
Yeah.
to find a sign about a witch or something. I know there's one where they think they have the witch's cauldron because she used to like cook children or something.
Yeah,
There's-
yeah.
Delicious.
There's this one town that used to have a church, 800 or 800. There's not much left of the church now, but there's this still the cemetery and just like hundreds of children's graves there or some shit. I don't remember where it is.
Maybe they shouldn't eat live children. Maybe they should just use their bones to, like, season their soup. I mean, we used rocks to season our soup when I was a kid. I like the silence. Did no one else do stone soup?
Nope.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to find a
mud
book. It's
pie,
based off
but,
a
you know.
book. We did it in school.
Just because it's written down don't mean it's true. Well, you should
did
do
it in
it.
school. Did it in school.
Oh, here it
Go
is.
ahead.
Well, I was listening to something one time, and I remember it was about this weird story, and it's called that is Russian, so forgive me. I think it's called the Detlov Pass incident, where there were these hikers, and they were really well trained and all this. So it's like they've been doing this for years. So they were going up to this place was known to be like, if anybody ever went there, they never returned. So their bodies were found like 2 months later. Oh, damn it. Oh, here it is. It was in the night of February 2nd, 1959, on a mountain, east shoulder of a mountain called the Kolyat Sakal. I guess that's how you say it. It's in Russian, so yeah, my Russian's not the greatest thing. Don't freaking. I'm trying to read it, and the video just pushes everything down, so I have to scroll down, and it takes forever to load this thing. But anyway, long story short, freaking some very experienced hikers went in. They were going up there to get they were getting their like the highest like ranking license for hiking or something like that. This is some weird thing in Russia that they do. I can't remember the whole thing, but yeah, they were going up there. The locals were telling them before they took off, because they stopped off in a local village before they took and went off to this pass. The locals were saying, don't go there. If you do, you will certainly die, because no one ever comes back. And they didn't listen to them. Out of 9 of the 10 hikers, only one of them survived, because he was just like, you know what? The day before they left, he was just like, you know what? My knee is acting up, and I don't feel so good. So he's just like, yeah, he
Fuck
just
this
booked it.
shit, I'm out.
Yeah, basically. They went into the pass. They went into the pass. And heavy snowstorm happened. They kind of went the wrong way because they kept pushing through, and then they decided to stop. Blah blah blah. We're skipping ahead. They found their campsite. The campsite was there was a tent that they had was rent from the inside out, and it shows all their clothes were left, their shoes, everything, and it
Oh
just
yeah, I
shows.
remember this story where like one guy's tongue got ripped out and shit.
Yeah, one guy's tongue got
Jeez.
ripped out. Everybody, it's like most people died in this like weird. It was like all of them died in this weird way. The weirdest one was the last woman that they looked at, and they had a picture of it too. If you want to look it up, just look up the Dietlov Pass incident and look for some pictures. But when they found her tongue, no, her I think it was her upper lip was gone. Her eyes were gone. I think her tongue was ripped out as well. And something else, but it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it was like an animal had eaten.
No, it's like an animal didn't attack them. They didn't have any defensive wounds. It's like they went crazy and they just ran out into the cold and just fucked themselves up.
It's like everybody else had their eyeballs and all this, but then she was found at the bottom near this river, face down. Which how they said she died was like she shouldn't have been face down. It was weird how that happened, but it was just the fact that these body parts are missing, and then everybody else is just like, oh, they found like pressure wounds on, like an elephant stepped on someone's chest or something like that, and it was just like, but it's no like external wounds, it was internal.
Yeah, because they like tested them to see if there was like anything in their system, all this other, like they have no idea how these people died.
And that's like the one of the cases they cannot solve till this day. They're just like, we don't know what happened. So it's like, it's so many crazy theories around that story.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as that Lisa Lamb shit.
Random, I've been looking up that dog thing a bit. I know Scarecrow find this interesting. Apparently they reckon it could possibly trace back to when the Vikings like invaded the UK. Because there's a that they reckon parts of the stories are similar to the Odin's Black Hound.
All right.
Kind of cool.
Viking Doge.
I missed a bunch of that just because my sister called during some of those stories.
No worries.
But I like scrolled down and saw Washington, and like there's a picture of Kel's Pub, which it looks, there's one in Portland, apparently that's Seattle, but it looks just like the one in Portland, which had me confused. But I could read that one
if you want.
If you want. See, perhaps it's no surprise that Kel's Pub on the former site of Seattle's first full-service mortuary would be home to several spooky tales. One of the most famous surrounds a mischievous little girl with long red hair who is apparently looking for pals. One day, a young mother came in for a job interview at the bar with her small daughter, who was told to go play by herself while the mother spoke with the manager. Halfway through the interview, the little girl appeared with a rag knotted in the shape of a doll. Confused, the mother asked her daughter where she had gotten the toy. The little girl replied that her new friend, a little girl with long red hair in the corner, had shown her how to make it. Surprised, the manager and mother insisted there were no other little girls at the bar and sent her off to play again. A little while later, the mother called for her daughter and received no reply. After a frantic search, she finally found her sitting on the floor, playing with the rag doll and conversing with a spectral presence. Spooky. The mother whisked her daughter away, never to return to the bar again. That is so spooky.
Bye, beautiful time.
I think it's about time for meme. We've been going for a good
Yeah, let's do a meme and then...
Meme of the week. Meme of the week. It's that time for the meme of the week. Neighbor, you didn't decorate your house this year. Sure I did.
Fuck off!
That's something my dad would do.
Something I would do.
My dad's so weird. So, with the news, Thune, I think I found you in a story. Are you in Florida
look
right
at the
now?
Weird news, all that stuff.
Like, are you in Florida right now?
No, why?
Because a Florida man threw another man off a bridge. And he was arrested by a spotting officer. I read that. I was like, it's fucking Thune.
Yeah, no, that's
Is it me from the future?
I don't know. And it's a black guy, too. Just gonna say. A man in Florida was arrested Sunday after he threw another man off a bridge into a river, just as an officer was passing by. A Daytona Beach Police Department said that Derek Goodwin, 21, was involved in an argument with a woman over money that she had as she and a friend crossed the bridge over Halifax River on Sunday. After throwing the woman's bike in the water, the 21-year-old man threw over her friend, an unidentified man, after he got involved in the argument. A Daytona police officer was just heading over the bridge when he spotted Goodwin tossing the victim into the water. A body cam video released by police, Goodwin can be seen standing with the man before police say he tossed him over. The officer gets out of the car and yells at the 21-year-old to surrender. On the ground right now. Get the fuck on the ground. Main Street Bridge. I got a mail. Throw another mail off a bridge. I got one at gunpoint. The officer can be heard saying in the video. This is in red shorts. I guess I should have linked it to you, huh? Kind of funny. Yeah. Oh well. Goodwin is then heard saying he jumped over the bridge before throwing his wallet into the water before he was arrested.
Wow.
It's not every day when you're driving and we see a human throwing another human into a body of water.
Oh, if it was legal, you'd be seeing it a lot from me.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure Thing would have had me dunked in like
I'm not
3
even.
times
I know
by
this
now.
guy's name's Mackenzie, but fuck his last name. Who heard the commotion as he was fishing on a rowboat nearby, told Fox 35 he jumped into action as soon as he realized what was happening. I mean, over there it's pretty shallow, and I think he fell into the channel where it's even worse because, you know, he could have been unconscious and been hit by a passing motorboat. The guy then rowed his boat over the bridge, brought the man who had a gash on his head onto the shore. I was just worried that he could have been punched unconscious. That's punched unconscious or drowning. How do you get punched unconscious?
And
That
knocked out.
Yeah,
TKO.
knocked
Okay.
out.
Oh yeah, because they were
Boxing.
fighting. Okay, never mind. I thought the water like punched him. My brain went dumb. Somewhere down in there in the water, and I did what I hoped somebody would do for me. Someone throws you over. How often do you throw people off bridges? Goodwin is now in county jail and has been charged with aggravated battery and a breach of peace, according to police.
Breach of peace?
Yeah. So
Not a
then,
breach of
what
peace?
the fuck are you doing in Florida?
Look, it was the best bridge I could find, okay?
Okay, there's two
At
stories.
least he tried.
There's two stories that have to be read. Have to, because Scarecrow's
Okay.
reactions to them were great.
Okay.
So, first one. I don't care who reads it. I am linking it.
Okay.
Ding.
Dang!
It's weird not having Microsoft and read this. Oh, never mind. It's just a...
Oh,
I can see the title of it on the tab, and I'm already sitting here. Oh my god! What?
So who's reading it?
For those of you
They can see it.
who are curious, Keys Man jumps into ocean after attacking birthday party.
attacking a whole birthday party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, the look on his face. He's just like, he looks confused as to what he did, or he's contemplating, maybe I should have kicked that kid in the face. That's what his face says. It's like he's contemplating something. Like, I forgot to hit that kid or something. That's all I can do. Okay. I'm gonna scroll down here.
Oh God, that's right.
Okay,
We,
give me a second. I can't read because I
I
got
know. I'm
tears in
just
my eyes.
laughing because we thought you weren't gonna make it, and so I see Fish put Scarecrow in there. You're, what you're saying.
It's okay. It's just thin with a helmet.
That's okay. Well, all right then.
Yeah, he was about to say that's good.
I think
See,
we
told you it would work.
Okay, now I got tears out of my eyes from laughing at this.
Oh, I'm gonna come back.
Probably. Marathon, Florida. Monroe County Sheriff's deputies arrested an assault suspect late Friday after he jumped into the waters off the coast. I almost read that wrong. Off the coast of Marathon while fleeing from deputies, authorities said. Jordany Rodriguez. We're just gonna call. He's got another name.
Jordany?
Rodriguez Marmol, 27.
Lovely.
Oh fuck, he's the same age as me. I don't appreciate this already. We're just gonna call him Yor because it's too. Forget it. Faces multiple charges, including battery and resisting arrest. Adam Lindhart, a Wait, what? Oh, this is what he. Oh, other stories on the sideline. That's what it is. Adam Lindhart, a spokesman of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, said deputies were dispatched to the 1600 block of the Overseas Highway at about 10 p.m. after receiving a report that a man had gone crazy and was fighting with people outside the apartment complex. A deputy who arrived at the scene found Rodriguez Marmol screaming and covered in blood. Lindhart said. Marmol then ran away from the deputy up a flight of stairs and jumped into the water from a second-floor balcony. What the hell's with these?
Hold on, they explain what started the fight. It's great.
But hold up, pause, because I have to say this, and just because I heard this and then I hear another Mexican jumping off a second floor.
Second story flooring.
Shut up. Apparently, in Georgia, there was a man who was attempting to rape a woman. He broke into their apartment some kind of way, and
then broke into her ass.
But yeah, I think it's her auntie. Yeah, her auntie walked in. No, the kids saw what was happening. They ran, got her. She came bursting in the room, fought him. He jumps out the window, out of the window. It was on the second story.
Window
and just on the ground. I don't know how he survived, but I'm just like, what the hell are these people? This is the second Mexican so far.
They got hops.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying, 2 Mexicans so far.
They're used to jumping over the wall, man.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, no, fucking cut it. What was it, that guy who said they should make a fucking...
Oh, yeah.
She
on
told me
actual
this
news. On fucking news. This morning, or was it this? It was this week. A guy said, with all these immigrants that are coming up, I can't remember where they're from, but they're going up through Mexico, and then they also are trying to come up to the United States. It's a big news story that's going on right now. A guy on the news said they should make American Ninja Warrior on the border.
Now, was this the news anchor that said this?
Yeah, the news anchor. I'm like, someone's about to lose their job, because as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, no.
As soon as you get off here, you're going to have a word with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so when I told Thune that, I was like, so it's not really American Ninja Warrior, it's like become an American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. We said become American Ninja Warrior.
Anyway, the story. We're in the middle.
Sorry, got sidetracked. My fault.
We were thinking about becoming an American Ninja Warrior.
I'm already American Ninja Warrior, so I don't need to worry.
So Switch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're Americanish.
Okay, so yeah.
The Americanish warrior.
It's like it's like a nightmare for you. Deputy said Rodriguez Marmol was attending a birthday party at the apartment complex when he became upset over a woman. Of course, another man gave a woman who Rodriguez Marmol was interested in a beer. Rodriguez slapped the. Oh, that's just rude.
What?
He slapped the woman and splashed the group with beer, causing a fight, Lindhart said.
Man, if you splash me with a bear, I'm gonna get pissed too.
With a beer.
Beer.
With a beer.
Slap me with a bear, man.
Was broken up, but Rodriguez ran to a nearby apartment and grabbed a knife and a beer bottle.
Oh shit, he went Nacho Libre.
He threw the bottle at the man, cutting him on the hand, deputy said. Rodriguez threatened another man with a knife, but the group ran to an apartment, locking the door and calling 911, deputy
So it's like the whole apartment open and everyone to go in and out of the doors?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like the whole apartment's having a birthday
Maybe they
party?
were neighbors.
Navy SEALs.
Navy SEAL.
The word maybe and neighbors mixed up together and it came
He's a maybe
Maybe SEAL.
But I don't know. Maybe it was like a complex and everybody knew each other, or maybe it was a college dorm. Who knows?
Who wants to read this next one?
I'll do it.
Oh, Wolf.
Yeah,
Have fun.
I want to hear Wolf.
It's great.
Before you read this, let me just let the story roll up so I can see the title for you.
Oh! This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
John James McMurray. Okay.
Canadian
Oh,
rapper
no.
John James McMurray was killed on Saturday, October 20th, when he fell to his death in British Columbia while filming a video in which he was walking on the wing of a plane while rapping. Okay.
Wait. Okay.
There's no punctuation.
I know. I'm sorry, but we'll just
Why does
pause
he-
for a second.
Looks like that dude from Scrubs.
He kind of does. But wait a
Yeah,
minute.
he actually kind of
So
does.
he was on a plane. A plane.
The wing of a plane.
The wing of an actual
A wing
plane.
of the plane.
In midair.
Yeah.
According to a statement from McMurray's management, the rapper 33, who is known for as an accomplished free skier and stuntman, had been working on the shoot for months, training intensively. However, as John got further out onto the wing of the plane, it caused the small Cessna to go into a downward spiral that the pilot couldn't correct, the statement said. John held onto the wing until it was too late, and by the time he let go, he didn't have time to pull his chute. He impacted and died instantly. Well, that's depressing.
Yeah. Okay,
Hold
so
on.
this story is depressing. However, when I read the fucking title, what Scarecrow said was amazing.
I
And you
just
can't
started
remember. It
laughing.
was like on the fly.
It really
Yeah.
wasn't an upset I could not remember.
He looks like
this.
Bob Odenkirk.
Here he goes. Of course it was a rapper. I bet he was a fucking mumble rapper. Because he was like... I was hoping it would spark freaking Scarecrow to do it again, because that was what was beautiful. Although, I got two other stories, like, that would be Wolf or Rob worthy if you want.
Yeah,
Which,
'cause I'd like
which,
to read a non-depressing story.
Okay,
which
well,
one
there's
would
one.
you think would be Rob worthy?
The one I think Rob's worthy is The Search for the Googly Eye Bandit.
What?
Oh, I'll do it.
Excuse
Sweet
me?
googly moogly.
And the Wolf one is a feel-good one. It'd be good to close on with the cat walking down the catwalk.
All right.
Yeah.
The googly eye.
Yes.
Sweet googly moogly.
Why is that so funny?
Wow.
Because it's a grown man.
And it's Georgia.
Of course it's Savannah.
The picture loaded up, page is kind of frozen, so it's just really funny.
Yeah, I'm having. Okay.
Wait,
God damn this site. Okay. Search for googly eye bandit after monument vandalized in U.S. city Savannah. Authorities in Savannah, Georgia say gluing googly eyes onto a Revolutionary War monument is no laughing matter. I disagree.
It is a laughing matter. It will always be a laughing matter. Nobody will deny me that.
the picture.
It may look funny, but it's a crime.
It's funny.
That was
It's
the
funny.
message
Should
from
not be a
officials
crime.
in the U.S. city of Savannah. Their words came after somebody placed googly eyes on a relief sculpture of Nathaniel Greene, a Revolutionary War general buried in the city's historic Johnson Square.
Yeah, I think they were relieved that somebody finally did this.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god, he's dying.
In a Facebook post, the local government organization wrote, "Who did this?
Alright, who does it?
Someone placed googly eyes on our historic Nathaniel Greene statue in Johnson Square. It may look funny, but harming our historic monuments and
fucking
public
funny.
property is no laughing matter. In fact, it's a crime."
It's hilarious what it is.
The post seemed stern, but many of those who saw it has been shared more than 23,000 times in just a few days, responded with a mixture of humor and exasperation. One person replied, "Let's worry about something a little more serious. It costs 50 times more just to put them in jail for a day." While another wrote, "Maybe you could entertain the revolutionary idea of simply removing them. It's really not that difficult." That's
It's not like
my
it's spray
first
paint.
thought.
Dude, if
That's
we
my
all,
first
hold
thought.
on. We all did like fucking funny pictures when we were in like little kid school. We always knew that the fucking googly eyes were the first things that fell off that fucking picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was great.
This man's still
Okay,
laughing.
wait, no, stop. This is why it's so funny. Because about a few months ago, they were giving people shit because they were wanting to take down the statue because they were just like
I was waiting
it
for
was
that.
it was one of those things where it was just like this statue needs to be taken down, blah blah blah. I'm just like, whatever, it's part of our history, leave it up, I don't care. So it was one of those situations. And then I to see some jackass, not even jackass, but some freaking hilarious person just
Genius.
stick googly eyes on a statue. And then when I scroll down on the zoomed out picture, I can still see the googly eyes, even
TP
though
for my
it's
bungle.
zoomed out. I
Okay.
can still see it.
So Wolf, you got a choice of 3. And I'll read you the titles, and you can pick what you want.
Oh,
Don't
man.
drink and fly. Tipsy birds cause havoc and crash into windows. That's one. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. There is a cat just walked the catwalk in Turkey, and yes, there is a video of a
I
cat
saw that.
walking down fucking
I saw the
walkway
video.
with models.
He's adorable. He tries
It
to
is
whack
very
one of them.
cute. Sorry, this
Oh,
really
shit.
funny. Trying to
Oh, it's
load
gonna
it
be
up.
good. What is it?
Off the beat is a ghost named Bill in the Indian River County Jail made a man smash a TV to get him out of jail.
I want to read that one.
Wow. Wow.
Ghost named Bill.
Ghost and Bear.
Ghost named Bill.
There we go. And for those interested in the catwalk video, it's a tiny ass story, not even worth reading, but the video is worth watching. It is in our
Yeah.
weird news in our Discord. It is great and adorable because the cat tries to bite off the fucking clothes off the models. Cute. Why are you making Wolf move creepy?
I don't have the stream up, so I have no idea what's going on.
I have it up on my phone,
So much Wolf.
and it's yeah.
Oh,
Look
did
at
I
that.
link?
That's adorable.
No, you didn't.
Look at that.
Oh,
I've been
sorry.
waiting.
I was like, why are we?
Just
Alright.
It's been 84 years.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just eyes peeking.
He's so happy about it.
I like it.
He's like, Wolf, no, go away.
A 46-year-old Indian River County jail inmate on October 7th reported to investigators that a ghost named Bill told him to swing a broom at a television to get out of jail. An affidavit states Vincent Foggy is accused of taking a long-handled broom and hitting a flat-screen television in the jail, damaging the TV. Security footage shows Foggy swinging the broom at a flat-screen TV valued at about $300 on the wall. Foggy said to deputies he was told by a ghost named Bill to swing the broom at the television in order to get out of jail, the affidavit states. Rather than being freed from incarceration, Foggy was arrested on a criminal mischief charge in connection with the alleged TV bashing. It wasn't immediately clear whether a ghost named Bill shares any criminal liability. Foggy had been in jail following a number of arrests, including an alleged sex offender registration-related violation. Oh my god!
He didn't tell the kids.
Legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
Wait, dude, I have to ask you something. Have you read a story that says a Florida man arrested after going to a playground and telling children where babies come from?
Yes.
Remember the guy
Okay.
with the tattooed face?
The guy with the weird tattooed face, and he's looking like, yeah, I told him that.
Okay, I was just making sure.
That's
Yeah,
what-
see, I recognize the mugshot. That's why I knew.
I remember that story because I remember that face, and I can't forget it because he's just got
Yep.
this grin on his face. Like,
I can't get
yeah,
that face out of my
I
head
told
either.
these kids where babies come from. They're gonna learn it sooner or later.
And it's not funny, but just because of the title for Thune. Martin County man accused of having 100 oxycodone pills in his butt. Not really
Oh my
funny.
God.
He did a lot of shit. He got a bunch of oxycodons in his butt they found after he arrested for other shit. Not a funny story, but just the title. A lot of oxycodon
Nice.
in his butt. So yeah,
In the butt.
in butt. It actually said in buttocks, but I just in butt.
I'd have been
In
I'd have been your,
butthole.
That doesn't
I mean,
make
you're dying
sense though,
laughing
because your
because it took a
buttocks, cheeks.
I know.
Yeah, in the
It was in the butthole, not the whole butt, the butthole.
Yeah, I know. But in
What,
butthole
in the butt?
doesn't make sense.
So why are you trying to smuggle oxycodone in fucking jail? Who wants
No,
an oxy?
oxycodone.
because
It's a painkiller.
Oh.
because I
And
Let people get addicted to 'em.
Because
It makes you really dizzy.
pain in the ass.
Wait, why is Bill an umbrella?
Rob.
Oh, come on, that's funny.
There's a
Come on,
story
it's
about,
funny.
but the page
I-
won't
I
load.
know.
But
It's
the
like, oh,
web
man.
link reads: cops collar accused coffee throwing crotch puncher.
what?
What?
I heard coffee throwing crotch puncher.
The TC Palm won't load the damn web page, but it says cops collar accused coffee throwing crotch puncher in Palm City.
I love it.
But anyway,
Here's the link because I couldn't. The page won't load. Just
do
refuses.
you want to read?
It seems funny.
Should
Okay,
that be the
I'll
last one of the night?
read it. Yeah, unless you want to, Scarecrow. Oh, it's just
guy,
bad.
yeah.
Hold on, I'll find it.
I'll earn my participation award.
I can do this.
Okay.
I mean, I can find it. Fill the dead air.
Blah blah.
Hi,
blah,
African
blah,
Viking.
blah. Oh, hey, we
We're
cannot
bad
have
at this.
silence on this podcast.
I met a corgi named Leroy Jenkins, and he had a backpack on his back.
Yes.
He was adorable.
Wow,
What do you like
Wolf
to
just
yell at
jizzed her
everybody?
pants.
Yes, you did.
Did not. I'm happy. There's a difference.
Kai.
There's a difference.
Okay, so everything for this news story links to that bad gateway. So it's not loading. It's
Oh.
not you. It's actually, it's just bad.
Why?
It's bad, okay?
Okay. I was actually looking forward to the coffee throwing crotch puncher.
He was looking forward to the
Yeah.
crotch.
Oh wait, I got one that
no.
works.
I wasn't looking forward to the crotch.
I found one that works.
Yay.
Scarecrow, did you want to read it or nah?
I'll read it.
It's a chick.
Off the beat. Cops collar accused coffee thing ads. Off the beat. Cops collar accused coffee throwing crotch puncher in Palm City. This still doesn't make any sense even after I read it to myself. Okay, I'm gonna need help with that last name.
Wittigny.
Okay. Patricia Wittigny, 61, got locked up on domestic battery charge following the discord September 9th in Palm City. A Martin County Sheriff's Office report state Wittigny's?
What titties?
Wittigny.
What
titties?
What titties? These titties.
Wittigny.
Alright. Wittigny's 70-year-old husband told investigators that Wittigny was quarreling and accusing him of cheating on her cousin.
On her with her cousin. Oh my
on her
god.
with her cousin.
Wow.
The report states the husband said he'd been chased through the home and things escalated in the bedroom, where I'm assuming it did not get resolved. He accused Wittigny of twisting his finger and punching him in the genital area,
Shit.
an area where most object to being punched. Further, he said Wittigny tossed a coffee cup with lukewarm coffee on him.
It's just lukewarm, fuck it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be searing. Wittigny said she'd been upset with her husband because what she thought was habitual lying and cheating. Wittigny and the 700 block of Southwest of the 700 block of Southwest All American Boulevard in Palm City was taken to the Martin County Jail. So basically, to sum it up,
Crazy.
She's 70?
She's 61. He was 70.
Oh, she look. You know what? Who she reminds me of? She looks like Captain Janeway after she got demoted as
Yes.
she got kicked out from the U.S. from the freaking academy.
Oh my god, yes.
But yeah. I hope everyone has a safe Halloween. Don't let your parents take all the good shit.
And do not
Fight
let
Or if
your
you're an
parents if
adult, don't put
Fight,
weird
fight
shit in
your
the kids'
parents if
baskets.
they take your candy.
No chick
Or-
tracks.
Or even better, don't punch your 70-year-old husband in the genitals.
I want to just end up reading a story of
Throw a little
somebody
more
finding
coffee
This
sex
is
toys.
Gertrude when she goes mean.
Watch us find a story sometime next week of somebody finding a sex toy or something in somebody's freaking bucket of candy or something.
I found
That'd be great. Yeah,
I thought
there
it
you
said
go.
it was a
Toblerone, it was anal beans.
Oh my god.
Surprise,
So, yeah.
motherfucker.
Nice.
Y'all have any happy Halloween thoughts for the children's or the adultsons?
Get creative.
do not wear the color
Don't
green.
be Wolf.
That's
Don't
not
be
a
the
creative
Pilates
color.
pirate.
Yeah, don't be
Don't
me.
be Pilates
This
pirate.
was so many years ago. I think I was like 10.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh
If
wow,
you
you weren't even. You were old enough to know better.
If you drop a piece of candy on the floor, pick it up before 5 seconds. There's a 5-second rule.
I mean, what if it's in dog poo?
Well, then
Then
you
you're
should have
fucked.
luck.
Then you leave that candy.
That
You
candy
leave it for
stays
the
there.
dog.
You got about half a second to pick that up.
We know where his
Fuck it.
priorities lie.
I'll be quick. It's alright. It's only a little shit on it. We'll wash it off.
Oh,
The main question is there a rapper?
no.
Oh, no rappers.
Oh
not
yeah,
fucked.
and share pictures of your Halloween costumes. That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, I gotta look up that one.
Yeah. See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye and good night.
Happy birthday, goodbye.